All right, got it and done. I think I hit done. Didn't I hit done? Let's see. And done. All righty. Peace and greeting to you all. Namaste, namaste, namaste. Islam, Islam, Islam. I am Brother Hassan Ghazi Obey here in Morocco at Northwest Mexico. How are you? Guys, welcome to our Intuition Mondays. Brief, like I said, guys, we're making some diligent changes here at Seven Hills Star to just, kind of just get straight to the point, bring you guys what we're going to bring you, and be able to just, have some more activity happen. We're looking forward to you guys' support and contributions so that Seven Hills Star can continue to do what we've been doing as far as the service that we've been providing. So with that being said, I look forward to you guys further supporting Seven Hill Star. And now let's get right into this, right? What I want to do also, what I would like to do here, I want to briefly share the screen. And this is going to be in and out, right? And I could just really speak on it briefly without even really showing let's just say we know that the sun is in, this is for the intuition money for sun ingress Capricorn. So we have the sun, right? Sun ingressing Capricorn, right? And for the East Coast, it is happening in the fourth house, right? So sun is in Capricorn in the fourth house, all righty? So with that being said, with the sun ingressing Capricorn in the fourth house, I guess this Zoom is updating over here on this device. And I guess it opens up. I get to show you guys a chart. But if we were just to basically take, the keywords here, right? We would just basically to take these keywords here, right? For the sun, it's creativity, right? For Capricorn, it's career. And for fourth house, it's home, right? Home. So let's think about like creativity, right? Career and home, right? Creativity, career, and home. So Sun ingress Capricorn this year, all right, it just has this energy. And as always, the energy of creativity and career. So when it comes to the endeavors that you would like to, move forward with, you have a skill set that you would like to provide people a product and or a service. Here's where the rubber meets the road and said creativity. If we were to look at it, just simplify this as far as creativity and career. The essential things pertaining to your self-expression are paramount here. Your support system will be very now prominent here. Either you'll see an increase in your support system or you'll see a lack in the support system, so to speak, right? So with that being said, what we actually get to, kind of what we get to actually kind of look at here, right, is an energy that we know the sun deals with. Most people will hear the ego and the personality and pertaining to the heart, right? And the center pertaining to the back, right? That's one way of kind of viewing it. So with that being said, let me do that there. So with that being said, one can also think, okay, well, how is my ego and personality being expressed? And the sun being naturally tied to one's self-expression, so to speak, as far as the fifth house, natural terrestrially associated with the fifth house, bringing that energy when thinking about sun's energy overall, or the Leonian energy overall. This is where one can actually, take a bit of an inventory of themselves. All right. And in taking that inventory of oneself, finding ways of probably restructuring, maybe doing a renovation, so to speak, with Sun in Capricorn, being able to really kind of look at business as it has happened previously, so-called business, like whatever product or service that you provide, go back and look at the things that were helpful along the way, hold on to those, and anything that wasn't, just, cut that loose, alrighty, so that you can further be able to, move in a positive direction pertaining to that. So the fourth house will also talk about, possessions, right? Security, right? Your property. So when looking at the sun in Capricorn in the fourth house from the Baltimore Corporation, Maryland State Republic, looking at it from an East Coast perspective, right? What we actually can see here, all right, is the sun, of course, right? In Capricorn, 0 degrees, 0 minutes within the fourth house. Looking at the sun's dignity, right? It's a possibility, we could look to see how strong Saturn is. Saturn, of course, is 3 houses away from where it actually, rules. Capricorn is, one of its domiciles, right? And Aquarius. These are the 2 signs that traditionally Saturn hosts. So seeing that Saturn is 3 whole signs, right, away from Capricorn, Capricorn being 1, Aquarius being 2, Pisces being 3, right? We can say that Saturn is carrying an energy of spiritual communication for this particular chart, and that particular spiritual communication, I think we need to find out how it can be of a service to us, or really finding a way to eliminate invaluable, things as far as pertaining to our service. So it could be, service is a help. Anything opposite of the service is a hindrance. So Saturn is communicating where to secure oneself and relieving oneself of the hindrance, especially when it comes to how things are essentially set based on one's personality, based on one's heart, right? So being able to, secure, the renovating energy, so to speak, especially when really analyzing things spiritually, because Saturn in Pisces alone is really going to give this, test of time kind of energy. The consistency of some things. Let's say if you built something and there's some portions that may not be strong to the structure of what you built, these things will some way, shape, or form show itself in not being able to stay within the design. Alrighty, so this is where you'll be able to, find some things within your own self. Because remember, first and foremost, astrology is about self-reflection. Alrighty, and that's why I encourage you all to schedule a mirror session with I, Brother Hassan Gazito Bay, so we can further look at these things and be able to have the foundation of how to analyze them, even in the dimensions to manifest, turn to the future. All right, so Sun in Capricorn here. If I was to look to Saturn, even if I was to look to Mars, I know that, since I know Saturn is bringing a bit of a communication about, probably eliminating excess to be of a better service to oneself, right? And this is on the collective, right? If I was to look to Mars, Mars is right here, conjunct the sun along with Mercury, right? There's a few aspects that we can see: Sun trine Moon, conjunct Mars, conjunct Mercury, conjunct Mars, trine Jupiter, sextile Saturn, right? So there's a sextile between that sun and that Saturn, right? Actually an applying one, because the sun moves faster than Saturn from our perspective here on Earth. Squaring Neptune, trine North Node, and the ascendant, and conjunct the part of fortune, right? Just to kind of put that energy out there roughly, just to see, like, it's like, oh, okay, well, look, as we're looking at these things, we can assess all of this. And I would just say, for the most part, really allowing ourselves to have a balance spiritually, and really seeing what we could definitely have as a service to ourselves to better develop the structure pertaining to our own property, things that we possess, whether it's a talent, whether it's a product and or a service. In doing so, being very active and making sure one is really you know, comprehending the foreign elements pertaining to, you know, that which is either threatening or augmenting the security to one's product, service, and or you know, structure, so to speak. Maybe it's a business that you structured. Maybe it's a app that you structured, right? Could be that. Knowing that the sun is in the moon's triplicity and the moon's doing great in this nocturnal chart, actually has the highest dignity, +7. Looking to the moon and Mercury and Jupiter, what we actually see here with the moon doing so well, along with this Saturn and this Mars, we know that Moon, Mercury, and Jupiter, alrighty. Moon and Jupiter are both in Taurus. Mercury, of course, is in Capricorn. So everybody's kind of kicking in Earth, except Saturn and Mars, which is in water and fire. So with that being said, like I said, we'll be able to really relieve ourselves, essentially relieve ourselves of the invaluable things pertaining to what we possess, our property, pertaining to our self-expression and how it's structured, making sure we're being active and comprehending those things that may be beneficial help, globally speaking, and or removing foreign matter, so that when we further communicate the things that we're internalizing currently with the Mercury retrograde, we'll be able to share with the people something that is valuable in terms of showing the joint energies and how ones work together collectively on the planet to be able to further expand our own, you know, selves through learning ourselves and looking at ourselves, studying ourselves, seeing how our peer groups, how our loved ones, you know, whether we call them family, kinfolk, kinship, whatever the case may be, they will also help us to estimate ourselves in a way that is necessary for us to be able to move forward in our goal setting adventures. All right. So again, that is the sun in Capricorn in the 4th house. And this is taking place, as we can see, right? And this is taking place on the 21st, December 2023, right? This is from our perspective here near the Baltimore Corporation, Maryland State Republic at 2200 hours, 27 minutes and 8 seconds when this actually takes place, right? So we'll see that sun there in Capricorn, right? In the 4th house, all right? You know, in this Regiomontanus style, you know, as far as the houses are concerned, using just the Regiomontanus, right? Just for fun. This is the 4th Regiomontanus house. However, the sun would be in the 5th whole sign house. So looking at the energies pertaining to home, security, property, our ancestors, maybe things that are buried deep within, some things that can, you know, actively shine a light on thoughts that we're having or confirmations that are needed to better secure ourselves in terms of the structure of our self-expression, especially based off of things we may have learned in the world and in our travels. All right. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to yield the floor. This has been great. Want to get, you know, probably a further joy because, you know, I've been sharing knowledge extensively where, you know, there's things on YouTube where I have 9-hour, 7-hour, 5-hour, 3-hour, 2-hour videos. I've been doing that for quite some time. Considering that this is the inspiration that the universe has placed within me, I'm glad to have shared it with many different beings on this journey that I'm on as far as my path to self-mastery while I'm on this path pertaining to self-mastery and just really having a great time, right, in bringing things forward for everyone to be able to make their own observation, all right? And in making their observation, be able to see how it benefits them, all right? See how you can use it for yourself, all right? And that's always fun. Mother Sahar says, peaceful greetings, Brother Hassan. Peaceful greetings, Mother Sahar. Islam to you. And Brother Derek Blashbay says, Islam, everyone. Islam, Brother Derek. So, guys, thank you all so much for joining me today, right? This degree. I'm going to stop the screen share there. All right. And if you think about if you don't know where Capricorn is in your chart, right? Schedule a session with me. Let's schedule a Mirror Astro Literacy session. That's always my premier confidence session to have for people so that they'll be able to learn how to read the astrology themselves. However, if you're not interested in learning to read the astrology yourself, what we can also look at is Celestial Promise, right? That's another reading that it is that I provide. So just take your pick. The Mirror Astro Literacy session is a 3-hour session. However, you will have everything that takes place in that session documented for your safekeeping, as well as the 1-hour Celestial Promise session, even though it's not technically 1 hour, because I think I'm going to spend a couple of hours before the session to look at it. So the sessions aren't really just what's actually taking place. It's also the prep time before, because a lot of times I like to have things, looked at, observed, and then succinctly just, share with people, because, just my experience, not everyone is excited about the technicalities of astrology as I am. So I enjoy just getting, right to the point more and more. Even though we all know when first sharing the astrology and Seven Heel Star is based on the fact that, I am obviously Moorish American, and for our Moorish American community, it is to, study ourselves, right? Man, know thyself and thy father God alone, right? That's mind, know yourself, and the process which mother chose to call upon all balanced the law pertaining to the zodiac, right? So in utilizing that in tandem with our studies and reading the literature divinely prepared by Prophet Noble Drew Ali, my first and foremost mission is always to make sure people know how to read it themselves. However, I also do comprehend from experience that a lot of people just kind of want things straight to the point so they can live their life. However, have some spiritual advice that's been given, right, while they're taking their travels this lifetime, right? So with that being said, are there any questions, comments, and suggestions? Going once, right? I thank y'all again for joining today, right? Where we went in on the sun in Capricorn, sun ingressing Capricorn, and it'll be in the 4th house from the Baltimore Corporation, Maryland State Republic, all right? So this is what we went in on today, sun in Capricorn in the 4th house, right? So questions, comments, and suggestions going twice. I'd like you guys to get your hands on this literature, right? Make sure you order the literature, right? Little Star Seeds Astro Literacy set, where you get not only the coloring book and all 12 Astro Aura cubes for all 12 signs, but you'll get these 3 extras also, and it is 60 units to get all of these, because remember, I'm doing it out of my own resources. I do the printing, I do all the folding and stapling and all these things, right? However, the finish on the blocks, as you see it here, is only for the teacher's edition. The teacher's edition is $180. All right, so your Astro Aura cubes will come without the finish for $60. However, I will make sure that I share with you preservation tips. All right, and it's up to you to take charge in preserving your literature. Questions, comments, and suggestions going 3 times. All righty, guys, we're going to yield the floor here. I'd like to thank you all again for joining. I, Brother Hassan Ghazi Obey, on behalf of 7 Heel Star. So where I say to you all, make sure you eat well, and when you go to rest and recharge well. That's where I say namaste to you all. Namaste, namaste. Islam, 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 y'all. Peace.